So sometimes we have to start fresh. Hi, my name's Raven Walker, and I'm here to guide you through a meditation exercise, a group cleansing. It's called box breathing. Does anyone here know what I'm talking about?
I
Did
don't know
I?
about this.
I
No.
think I actually joined the wrong Zoom. I think I was scheduled for
Yeah,
a
I think
different
so too.
podcast.
Yeah, this is Sex Addicts Anonymous.
Sorry.
Oh, fuck. Can I know more about can it not be anonymous anymore?
Sure. Hi, I'm Luke, and I'm a sex addict. I'm addicted to this stuff.
I think I'm in the wrong.
Oh, wait. No way.
Oh
Wait, what are
no.
you here for?
Wait, yeah, what did you come here for?
I thought this was a DMV.
Oh, no, that's down the street.
And that's actually crazy because I
George
was showing up to my
67,
Wait,
number 67, Mr. George. Your ID, special ID showing tiny PP is ready.
yeah, this is the Dick DMV. Why are you here? You over
oh,
there. Yeah, yeah,
I
you.
thought I was showing up to my court date.
Oh, what did they get you for?
Oh, vehicular manslaughter.
Oh shit.
Bang! Order in the court. Shelby Spencer, your sentence just came back. We're hanging you. We're hanging you in the street by your
Wait,
toes.
wait, did they do that
No!
still? Did
By
they
the
do
Probably
toes.
somewhere.
It's a
by
new
the
thing
toes?
now.
In North Carolina? No, in all seriousness, yeah, I really thought I was gonna be able to lead us through a meditation exercise and start really fresh here today
I mean,
together.
I think it's gonna be meditative.
Maybe we should
My
set an intention.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a really good idea. So, what would one might do
What
in
would one might do?
What might one would
one
Do.
one would what might
Do?
Imagine how his
Melvin
touched the
do?
sky.
Melvin do? No, but what would one person or individual might do in intention setting?
Maybe your intention is to greet others, and in that case, you could give just a hearty hello.
and then you would state your name. No, wait, you fucking wouldn't. You would welcome them. God damn it.
Did you even squeak and welcome out or no?
Yeah, I think
I
you
said welcome.
yeah.
I said welcome.
Okay, all right. My name is Luke Job.
My name is Raven Walker.
My name is Shelby Spencer.
My name is Thorn George.
And this is not the DMV. This is modular.
The podcast where we might take you through the modules written by Wizards of the Coast for the 5th edition of Dungeons and Dragons.
That's right, Raven. These are the pre-written stories made by the folks who made up D&D. We didn't write them, but we're here to run them for you.
And why do we do this?
Thorin. Maybe you're a DM who's thinking about running a particular campaign and you want to get a feel for how it plays out. Maybe you're a player who's already been in this particular campaign and you want to reminisce on the good old days.
Maybe you're tired of hearing from fucking Luke Job. Thank fucking Christ. There's a change in leadership coming in. I'm Raven Walker, and I'm proud to sponsor this message.
But y'all should be warned. Each of our episodes will take on a part of these pre-written adventures. That means there are major spoilers for the key plot points of each story we are running. And right now, we are running Eberron Rising, the Forgotten Relics. So if you don't want spoilers, I mean, I guess you could start here because this is session 0.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is good. This is a good
Yeah.
place
Yeah,
to
this is the
start.
best
if you
This
don't
is a
want-
place to
start,
start.
Stay
actually.
right
Yeah,
where
this
you
is
are.
good.
Stay where you are.
Stay here.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right, Shelby. And you should also be warned that Modular is not a podcast for children. It contains explicit language as well as adult themes like sex, alcohol, drug use, violence, and getting your wires crossed. So please be aware of these not so kid-friendly themes.
Hey, that was good, Thorn. Now, without further ado, welcome to Modular.
And session 0 of Eberron Rising, the Forgotten Relics.
It's a modular pod. It's a modular pod. Little D&D for you and me. Oh yeah.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I hope that you all have had a really good. I know, so I was going to update in about a week, and it's been like 6 months. But make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. It's really important to stay up to date.
Smack the fuck out of that bell.
You smacked the fuck out of that bell. So, does anyone here know anything about Sharn or what?
Sharn is a city in Eberron.
That is right, Mr. Job. Sharn is a city in Eberron. And does anyone here know anything else about Sharn? Anyone else? Do I have any eager students in class?
I don't know shit about nothing, dog.
You don't know Sharn about.
Yeah.
So you don't know Sharn.
I watched a lore video.
You
So
did?
basically,
Oh, wow.
am I understand? Sharn is like it's like the city.
Yeah, it's
We're-
pretty much
we're in
New York City. When we're talking, and your characters that we'll have the pleasure of meeting later on know Sharn well.
So we better know Sharn.
Sharn is you should know more about Sharn. Sharn is the city of On. It is so visually, if you can put this image in your head, if you were holding a bunch of carrots and you put the wide base of the carrots at the bottom,
Okay.
and then you have the skinnier end of the carrots on the top.
Okay.
And
Cool.
then, so at the bottom, there's a lot of crowded space together, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And at the top, those carrots start to get thinner.
Correct.
There's area between the carrots then for there to be maybe their ants traveling. Sharn looks like that. Sharn is a city comprised of tall towers, and at the base, in the lower parts of the city, it's like a tiered system. The buildings are so close and on top of each other that everything is pretty much inside. Whereas when you're in the upper layers, people are traveling via basically what they look like blimps. So that is visually what Sharn looks like. The magnitude of Sharn is just hard to grasp. It's huge. It's massive. It's a huge city.
Yeah, I'm finding difficulty grasping this right
So
now.
I will send you
it's-
all.
It's big.
I'm gonna send you all a picture.
Didn't
Because
And
you
then
all-
this is in the world of Eberron, which is not
Yes.
Toril.
No,
So
this is
we've created a multiverse now, is what I'm hearing.
yes, we are in
We done
a
did it.
multiverse.
Of madness?
And I am.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, for real. Shut the fuck up.
And I am. How the hell? Where's the image thing? Where's the image button? Oh, file. There we go.
God, we let a boomer DM.
Yeah, you let a boomer get on here.
How could we?
Okay, there you go. There's an image being sent.
Okay.
So-
Why does it say it's a potential security
It does
issue?
say potential security issue
Raven
detected. Did
sent
you
us a
just send
virus.
a form?
No, it's just a map.
What the?
It's a WebP files.
Oh, it
Freaking
did sit
out.
as a WebP. Can you open it?
Okay, I see it.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Whoa.
Cool, cool. So that is, if you get what I mean, it's like very so on top of each other that there's pretty much like in the lower city, you can't see, like it's dark all day long.
Yeah.
It's like there's no sun that's touching that part.
So this is
Um,
this is cross sections, right? This isn't, these buildings aren't actually floating above.
Yes, so
Okay,
this is
okay.
but and so when you start to look, the skyway is floating above. That's where the elite
Interesting.
live in this world. So there's a visual that is what you were navigating and what you were going through. And as all cities are, Sharn's loud. There's not a quiet
Yeah.
moment. Everywhere you turn, there are a ton of beggars in the streets. There's a lot of general crime going on.
General crime. Hate that guy. dude.
General crime. That's really good. We are 2 years post-war, and while
Friends on one today.
yeah, you really are,
I'm out of the park.
as any century-long war would do to a group of individuals, everyone's on edge, assuming that because the war was basically about a fight for power.
Classic war motive.
Classic war motive, right?
Classic
Classic.
war motive.
Classic war motive.
I'm actually reading about the last war right now.
Yes. So the last war was pretty crazy.
Interesting.
And right now we're in
It's called the
present
last
day.
war.
Yes, it's called the last war.
It's like how stupid it was for our world to say, it's the war to end all wars in World War One. And then we had the
We had
even
so-
bigger one.
Yeah, and then it just got to the point where we're like, we just got to start calling these the places they take place in.
Exactly.
You know, you got the Iraq, yeah, you got
Yeah,
the
we called it World War
Vietnam.
One, and Asia wasn't even involved. What the fuck? All right.
In fact, some of the world just did not involve itself at all.
Exactly.
So there was a part of Eberron called the Sire. It was actually destroyed during the war.
That was a
Um,
nation.
Yes, it was a nation within Eberron, and it was completely destroyed during the war.
Oh,
There are
shit.
also a ton of refugees in Sharn. It's just a very crowded city.
So that was the magical cataclysm known as the
Yes.
Morning.
Yes,
Spelled
and that's what the
Mourning.
yeah, the day of mourning, and that is what has created an area of Eberron called Mournland. So this conflict was so catastrophic that everyone was, oh fuck, we gotta probably not be doing that. Like, we need to figure out a resolution. This leads to the Treaty of Thronehold. That's what ended the war. This was signed 2 years
Okay.
after the Day of Mourning, so this is in 996 YK, and the Treaty of Thronehold ends the war. And not only that, but the Warforged, they gain some freedom. They gain rights. So we love to see that.
Hell yeah.
Love to
I
see
hope
that.
we have a
love to
war
see
forged
that.
in our campaign.
And we do have a Warforged in our campaign. So
What?
in terms of Sharn,
Bastion's back?
Lord drop.
Bastion's back. All right.
That was good too.
Oh, that's good.
We're
We're
in a
cooking.
silly, goofy mood today.
We're cooking with
We're
gas.
so
It's
silly
and
we're
goofy.
excited. We're excited.
We're
There's new
excited.
stuff.
Very
We're
happening.
excited. There's
excited.
lots of new stuff. So the war kind of ends with that, right? So the Warforged have gained freedom. They have signed the treaty, but there is still a sense of unease and tension amongst the people in Eberron.
Okay.
It's the same for Sharn. Nations are rebuilding. There's a state of repair. Warforged, they work pretty much low-wage jobs are super common. You'll find that there are a lot just wandering around trying to figure out what the fuck to do because their purpose was to serve. And now they have freedom, so they're figuring out what to do with their newfound freedoms. So it's a pretty cool city, though, if you can think just really steampunk. There's airships.
It sounds like a pretty
trains.
sick ass city,
It's
dude.
a really sick city.
What's an ass city?
And yeah, it's an
I'm imagining
what
the
that city
vibes of
is.
Legend of Korra
yes.
Yeah.
level
Legend
technology.
of Korra meets Arcane. Because if you
Yeah.
think about with Arcane with the layers of the aspects of lower
Mhm.
city
Interesting.
versus the upper city, and
Final
but
Fantasy
yes.
also loves some tiered
layers.
cities.
They really
yes,
do.
yes,
There is
Um,
no war in Ba Sing Se.
yes,
I have a question, Mr.
Okay.
DM.
yes. Please
Um,
Please ask your question.
Nobody knows what the fuck happened with the morning, right? Like it's unknown, right? Like
I think what I was reading, it seems as though they're inclined to believe it might have been like magical in nature would occur.
well, yeah, it seems like it's
Yes.
definitely magical, but nobody knows why or who did it or how it happened.
Yeah, it's just
So basically, from my understanding, imagine World War II, but instead of the United
the
States
war to
dropping,
end all wars.
instead of us dropping 2 nukes on 2 cities in Japan, Japan just like explodes all at once.
Oh
The
my
entire
God.
nation is just
Yeah,
gone, but nobody knows. Nobody knows
An
who
entire
did it.
nation was decimated, and so people that were left behind. So you're looking, it's vibes are tense.
That's giving
People-
Watchmen. That's
Yeah.
giving Dr. Manhattan, but not actually nuking
Yeah.
New York City.
So
That's crazy.
and the beauty of Sharn is that people from individuals, different species from all walks of life live together in one beautiful, happy city. You know what I'm saying? But there is
I don't know
this
if I do
sense-
know what you're saying. Can
You
you?
don't know what I'm saying?
I don't
Yeah,
think I do.
It's
Yeah.
it's
Can you
giving New
elaborate?
York.
Yeah, it's giving New York.
It's a melting pot.
It's a melting pot.
Gotcha. Okay,
And
I
everyone
get it
doesn't
now.
want to fight
Concrete
because they're
jungle.
like, hey, remember when that fucking nation exploded?
You remember, remember when that shit went crazy?
What if we don't want that to happen to us? So we can't
Yeah,
get
we
in
don't
war?
want that. We don't.
Okay.
Speaking
That
of
makes
war,
sense. Yeah.
speaking of war, back to war.
Okay. Perfect.
I think it's time we get to know the new folks that we're meeting, the new stars, the new hot bombshells that are about to enter this villa.
Three new
Yeah.
bombshells into the villa.
Another beautiful thing about Sharn, for those that love magic, is that everything is charged with magic in this city. It's operating through magic. There are artificers working on the light rails. Sky coaches are all over traveling to and fro. There's this, like we've said, this restless nature to the city that, while not still fully healed from the last war, there might be peace on paper, but there are people that are still concerned, not just for their own well being, but for others, their friends, their neighbors, their communities. It's just a rumor here. People whisper about the potential for another conflict. And those that live in the lower parts of the city on that map I sent you, they feel forgotten beneath this towering metropolis of elite.
Forgotten
And
relics.
yeah, man, or they're forgotten. And while
Um,
there might be a lot of bad things occurring, whether it be reflecting on a century conflict, a century long of conflict, there's this still, again, it's a beacon of hope for the people. People come here for safety, they're seeking work, they need something to look to. And while there's this optimistic nature amongst some of the people, there are different stories happening everywhere. And the three of you find yourselves in a few different spots in life currently. And we're going to start off with getting to know Pip. Pip, you have found yourself somewhere in the middle city. After the war, with your newfound friendships, aspiring leanings towards magic, wanting to learn more, so desperate, knowing that you're different from your other kind, you found yourself in the need of an apprenticeship. You wanted to learn something from someone. So you found a place called Brews and Scrolls. There's a begrudging old half elf wizard that runs this shop. And you walked inside one day, and even though there were some hours that were pretty clearly posted on the front door, you refused to leave after it was closed. And you're pouring through the books. What would Pip might start? What would they be in search for, you think? And tell us what one would see on the outside looking at Pip if someone were to peep through the window right now.
You would see smaller Warforged. I think most are above 6 feet, but
They're pretty
Pip
big
stands
guys.
around 5'6".
Short
They
king.
appear to be built out of mithril or some kind of
Ooh.
metal, but it's certainly seen better days. And the
Classic.
right arm is clearly replacement parts. It's like more of a dingy bronze color compared to the silver tone covering the rest of them. And you can't quite see where it connects though, like at the shoulder, that replacement arm, because they're wearing a tacky and colorful poncho. And when you look at
Interesting.
their head, you see an old computer monitor with emoticons on the display for a face.
Ooh,
Oh my god.
that sounds cute.
That goes so hard.
So Pip would be looking for any and all types of magic, anything there is to learn about magic. They've spent their time just cataloging all there is to know. And only recently have started to try and channel any of it.
Interesting.
So you hear off in the corner of this shop, and I imagine it's pretty dark in there because you're not up towards the top of the city, but you're also not super low down, but there are some lamps on. It's very ambient lighting. And while you're looking through all of these materials that are available in this shop, you hear the shuffling of this older half elf, and he shuffles on over to you. And before you can even turn around to look at him, you feel a ding on the back of your head with a little, essentially, he's holding a staff and he's whacking the back of your head.
What the hell?
Can't you see that we're closed? What brought you here? It's after hours.
I've heard you know much about magic.
I guess. I know more than some people. You see these fucking losers around here, they're not that great with magic, but I guess I could. But we're closed. Could you come back another day, perhaps?
I could, but I'm here now. I also know a lot about magic. I don't know how to cast it. Can you help me?
I'm tired. Can I have tea?
Yes, I will make you tea. And then Pip goes to the kitchen and puts the kettle on.
And this older man, who Shelby so kindly provided to me his name, Lewel, looks exasperated at Pip immediately just jumping in. And this is the start of what would be and is a mentorship and apprentice relationship. You become almost a regular at Lewel's shop. You're always around. You greet the customers as they walk in. In fact, Lewel goes from a 3.2 star rating to about a 5-star rating on Sharn Review Post because your customer service is so good. Like, Lewel was not nice to his customers. He was horrible, but you make the shop a really lovely place to be.
Hell yeah, dude.
And you get really close to him and feel this deep appreciation for him. And it's one day that he's reading over the books next to you and goes, "By God, I just wouldn't believe it. I think I've taught you everything I've known." And there is a sharp sound. It's the sound of the bell that it makes when someone enters the store. And you see a Sharn Watch official dressed. You all would know what that looks like. You've seen it many times. You've seen it every single day since you've spent your time in the city. And the Sharn Watch approaches you both and simply hands over a letter to you, Pip. And now, for those listening at home, each of the players has their own prop. And
Interesting. It's coming into
Shelby,
play now.
yes, Shelby, you can open your letter.
I'm so excited.
So
I've been
details,
foaming at the mouth over this wax seal.
The wax seals that everyone has, I picked the colors to be indicative of the characters. So
Whoa.
So Shelby has that letter.
Do I read it aloud?
You can if you want, or you can keep it, or you can just read it and act upon it in character if that's what you think Pip would do.
Okay. Oh, a letter. It is from my friends. Oh, I must go see Vilroy. You said you've taught me everything you know?
My God, you're just a vessel for information. I don't think I can give you anything else. You must go out and use it.
I really appreciate all you have done for me, Mr. Lewel. I will remember. I will help you in the future when I can. Thank you.
I'm just imagining like the vine of the Barbie that twirls away. That's like how you just float away. You're like, goodbye now.
Is Pip supposed to give like Baymax vibes?
Have you played Stray?
I have. I haven't played it, but I've seen it.
Like the little robot.
So why'd you say you have?
I don't know.
That's awkward.
Because I'm a fucker.
Yeah, like helpful
That felt like
assistant
Lion.
type companion-y vibe. Yes, that's good.
That makes sense. Hell yeah, I love that.
So while Pip is eagerly going to meet their friends, we cut to a much deeper place within Sharn. It's dark here all the time. And we are in to be honest, a pretty sketchy, greasy bar. And I don't have the pleasure of using full names here. So we are going to meet Phineas. Phineas, you're sitting in a corner of a dark bar here in this lower city. It's a rundown. It doesn't even really have a name. It's just the bar in this section where everyone goes. You're cleaning your warhammer, and there are some specks of blood grounded into that warhammer. And it's from that last job you had, which was basically just killing a bunch of rats. Um, ever since you lost your
That's
job,
Charlie work.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I was just about to say
no,
Charlie
it,
work.
it's because you lost your job from bouncing. You were a bouncer for a while, and you got fired for actually starting the fights. The one bit of information that Luke has given me is that Phineas is here to get it going. Phineas wants to see it. Phineas wants to get rough and nasty and weird. So you are cleaning off what is just a bunch of rat blood, essentially. And what
Okay.
a waitress is making her rounds and looks over at you and is a little bit afraid. And what is she looking at?
Phineas is currently, while cleaning his hammer, he has these very steampunk-esque goggles up on his head. His receding hairline is less noticeable because his hair is in a thick animal fur coarseness level mohawk. And this mohawk doesn't really stop at the nape of his neck. It continues down into his back, much akin to a boar's hide. Ears slightly floppy like a pig's, but then most of his face is very humanoid. He's a shifter. He's a beast hide shifter resembling a boar. His cheekbones up to his head, it's all very humanoid, but his eyes are a bit blacker like a pig's, and then his jaw juts out like honestly like an orc's almost, but he has these massive tusks. They're teeth really, but they resemble more like tusks.
That's all
Now,
tusks are. Just
yeah, tusks are just teeth. It's just
Just
another
teeth.
name. It's just
Just
another
teeth.
name. He's wearing old armor. It's seen better days as well. He's got a pack off to his side, a shield with a chunk knocked out of it that he just never bothered to fix sitting near his leg. And the Warhammer itself is pretty hefty. We're talking about a guy who's only 5'6", but he weighs 260. He's a dense motherfucker.
He's yoked.
He's yoked.
yeah, dude.
And he's. Did the waitress ask him a question yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. So as she approaches, he is a cleric of the gods of the sovereign host, which is the most commonly worshipped pantheon in Corvair, and I would imagine in the city as well. And he just says, "Auditor, be good to this hammer. I need something better than rats to smash next time."
Sorry, babes. That's all I can get you. Rumors has it that you're a fucking crazy one, and we gotta be careful with the likes of you.
He leaves the hammer upon his lap, puts his goggles down, more so as an anxious tick. Eye contact can be a bit awkward. And he looks up at her and
I
says,
get it.
That's real.
He says,
Realize.
"To say I'm crazy when you've literally never asked me one question about myself. What is what you get? If you look at me and view me as a wild animal, then I shall prance through the halls like a pony. If you ask for me and expect a word with a wise religious man, then that too is what you shall receive."
I'm gonna be honest. That response was crazy. That was. She's just obnoxiously chewing her gum. You can tell she's heard it all from the types of folks that frequent this bar. You're just another dude to her.
Great.
And she's like, "Well, if I can get you anything to drink on the house for killing the rats."
A warm ale would tickle me fancy.
And she shuffles on back behind the bar and brings it out to you and just slides it across the table. "There you go, and I'll let you know if I find anything else."
Much obliged, madam. I hope for something a little more exciting than rats, but I will take any work.
And your life pretty much presumes to be that. What it looks like for you post-war in Sharn is looking for work, whether it be exterminating rats or doing bounties that come by, just anything that will scratch that itch, but also bring in some coin.
Absolutely. Yeah, I am a veteran of the last war, and most of my days are spent praying to Dorn, the god of strength at arms, that I may put my talents to good use.
And the community knows this about you. You stand out, and as while this is such a large city, you all find your niche areas and communities where people know who you are. You serve alongside, whether it be a wizard in a shop or in a slum. And people know that you pray every day. And it is one day that you're praying. And what would his prayer might sound like? What would Phineas say in prayer?
The gods of the sovereign host are similar to like the seven in Game of
Mm-hmm.
Thrones, and that there's nine of them. So typically clerics pray
What?
to all nine.
Hmm.
However, Phineas certainly plays a favorite to Dorn, the god of strength at arms. And most prayers at the start of the morning would sound something like, "My lord, give me strength, that if a challenge should arise today, I have the might to meet it." And at the end of the night, if he hasn't met any sort of challenge, "My lord, give me patience, so that I might not crack a skull when not needed. For challenges are often sought, but not often found."
And it is during that nightly routine of prayer, so beautiful, something tender and just carnal about that prayer. You feel, and it's mid prayer that this happens, so you don't really see the person or the entity dropping it off, but you feel what would be your letter drop at your in front of where you're sitting. If you were to turn now, you would catch the final sights of another person who is wearing the Sharn Watch official clothing. And Luke, feel free to open your letter. And
Oh,
you can have the same response type of response that Pip did, or do your own thing. Whatever you
okay.
think Phineas would do.
Oh, nice paper, Raven.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I'll say the goggles come back down, the readers. And
Descriptions.
Phineas reads aloud, noting first that there is the emblem of the Sharn watch, I believe, at the bottom of the page.
You would know that is true.
That which I've done some work for before. Gets a little excited. Oh shit, this is a job. "To my former comrades and always friends, I'm calling on you for a job." Yes! "I can't write the details, but it pays well and requires your skills. Meet me at the airship dock on top of Leander Tower. Come armed." I always do, Vilroy. We gain what we give, G. Vilroy. I fold the letter, kiss it, slide it into my lapel, and say, "Thank the gods!" And yeah, head out. Or it's in the morning.
It was you were just finishing up your evening prayer.
All right, I
So
start doing jump squats.
yeah, perfect. You gotta get limber. You gotta get limber. And last but not least, we have to have the final man of the hour. Tally, your time after the war has looked slightly different than your friends. You've largely actually found great satisfaction, joy, fulfillment in helping the children of Sharn. You are
And not just the children, also
not just the people,
learn.
but
Yeah,
people,
And-
anyone that
and-
wants to learn,
Yeah.
but especially the children.
especially the children.
Especially the children. And you can't help but on the inside feel you're a little skeptical. There could be another conflict that occurs. You feel as though you have some skills that you could share with the people around you or the individuals around you. And in what you could create a little makeshift area between buildings or any type of space that you could get in the city, you've set up a training ground where you help educate people how to fight. And you are currently leading a class for children. when a small boy runs up to you and says, "Oi, mister, can I have some help with me sword?" And what does that child see when they peer up towards you?
So this child sees, I drew a picture. Let me
Oh,
look
hell
at it.
yeah.
Let me look at it
For
so I
for our
can
audience, that's a
remember.
sneak peek that's been posted to our Instagram.
This child sees a man just in not raggy clothes, but just common clothes that are loose fitting, clothes you could wear like armor or something under, short, almost buzzy brown hair, thick brown beard, tannish skin. Biggest thing that stands out, there is a blindfold over my eyes. My eyes were irreparably damaged during the war, and I've been permanently blinded. I've been told by clerics and medical staff that there is nothing they can do, not even magic will help heal it. And I have had to make peace with that, but that's okay. So I'll turn towards this kid and I'll say, this isn't your first class. You know how to swing a sword. Come on.
Just ever since me pa left, I just really look forward to our training sessions, Tally.
I know you do. I really look forward to them as well. Look, why don't we find you a sparring partner and we'll work on your form. How does that sound?
Oh, are you sure? Just
All,
one more.
all right. Me and you then. How does that sound?
Yay! Let's do it! And this little kid, let's call him Ricky's jumping up and
Ricky, when I
down.
catch you, Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky is jumping up and down for joy at the premise of training with you again, and backs up a little bit and stands out with his little sparring sword ready to go.
Okay. I pull out a stick, essentially. It's like a staff, like a training staff.
I pull out a two-handed greatsword.
Yeah. And I say, remember where you place your feet and first when you first go to fight.
And Ricky responds, placing his feet just like you taught him, and looks forward. I think I'm ready.
I'm gonna tap him on his left leg.
Roll
Wrong.
attack roll.
You need to square up with your shoulders. You need to have a strong center of balance. We don't want anyone knocking you over.
And
Okay?
Ricky automatically straighten up and fix his back leg. All right, I'm ready. And then he reaches out to strike out towards you and tries to make contact. Do you let him?
No, I deflect it. Obviously.
It's like with those videos of people like dunking on
Yeah.
3-year-olds.
Yeah.
You're like,
That
you
was
got it.
good.
You got to do it.
That was good. That was a good thrust. Let's work on your slashes some.
And so you have this back and forth with Ricky. You do this with anyone that wants to train with you day and night. And during your free time, all of you have some form of lodging. You return to your lodging every night. People know where you live. So it's not out of the ordinary for you to open your mailbox one morning and Thorin, you already know what the letter says, but like you have your letter and you can open it now.
I'm
Lawrence
gonna
actually says
take
something different.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
take the
Mhm.
letter. I'm gonna go to my father and I say, I've got the mail. Is there anything in here for me? And if so, would you mind
I
reading it
can't
to me?
Oh my
fucking
God,
read,
he can't
Raven.
read.
Jesus
Shit, I
Christ.
forgot.
Why didn't you write Thorns in Braille?
Yeah. Well,
It is
I
in Braille.
think I think Vilroy would know that you have someone that reads information to you. So your father, do you want me to read your letter in your father's
No, you don't
voice?
have to. You don't have to.
The
So he
biggest
reads it.
L.
He reads it to me, and I stare off into the distance. Gilroy, huh? I didn't think I'd hear from her again. If she needs help, then I might as well. Father, if you can make an announcement at the storefront that training will be postponed for the time being. You're welcome to go into my reserves and refund people if they need it.
Will do, son.
Thank you, Father. And I'm going to get my pike that I kept from the war, and I'm gonna head out towards the airships.
Very nice. That was what the charge that was given to all of you was to head towards the airships. Now, what does city ADA compliance is not great in Sharn? So do you have visual aids? How does Tally get around?
I have trained myself. I have blind sight for 10 feet. So I have trained myself to be able to just get a really good visual in my mind because I could see before. So
Like you
I get
had
a
vision.
yeah, so I just get a perception in my head of what is around me.
Perceiving.
I've walked this city before.
You know it.
I
Yeah.
know it. Maybe not all of it, but
A little bit of
I can
echolocation.
tell where things are. And that's also I also use the pike to guide me.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. So you were the final one to receive that information. So you head up towards where the airships are docking and leaving, bringing in cargo. And you, I think, would hear that familiar, slight, almost mechanical sound that your friend Pip makes, whether they be receiving information or their emoticons updating. I imagine that you just have a bunch of notification sounds going off, Pip, at different things. Like when you have
You know how like you can hear the like electronics sometimes,
like
you
clicking
have
and
something
stuff.
plugged in, or
Yeah.
just like the
Or like
buzzing.
how dial-up used to sound on the
Yeah,
computer.
yeah, stuff
Mhm.
like that. Just like computer sounds, but not like super obvious. But you hear that, and Pip sounds different than all the other Warforged because Pip's built differently, built different, um,
Pip's built different.
built different. They gave Pip real big tits and a real fat ass.
Prototype treatment. Prototype big tits.
Prototype. Can we make the tits bigger? Actually, there's another version of Pip called the PIP double Ds.
Mhm.
That one got scrapped, but Tally, you hear Pip somewhere nearby to you. You can probably get yourself over there, I would say. And Pip is the first waiting, and then we have our friend Phineas arriving, and you see your two friends reconvening at this area, Phineas. And
Well, I should have known. And Phineas like strides. It's not like he has too much sexy indifference to run,
yeah,
but he does
he's
walk
like
confidently
this,
up,
like
and
swanky.
he lifts Pip easily into a hug and squeezes
Oh,
Pip. I missed
hello.
you, Pippy.
It's been so long.
It has. That is correct. And Telegraph Townborn, what a pleasure to see you. You'd have twice the pleasure if you could see me. And I clasp his hand.
It's good to be in your company, for sure.
How
I
are you
didn't.
all doing?
I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous. I haven't heard from her in so long, and it
Yeah,
doesn't
So
matter.
there's a bit of entanglement.
Yeah. So
And
it's
so you're not nervous for the job, you're nervous for the
no,
employee.
I'm nervous for seeing the employer, that's for sure.
because she's your ex,
Yeah, something like that, Pip.
it will be okay. I think Vilroy is nice.
Yeah, she is, isn't she?
Oh, she's great. She's giving us a job.
How it sounds like you need work. How have things been for you guys?
Phineas reaches into his pocket and he pulls out one gold coin, and he says, I ain't got two of these to rub together.
I make a pretty decent living training people in combat. If you need money, man, please, you can ask.
No, I got a few silvers I can rub together. Listen, Tally, you're a good lad. I look forward to both of us making some coin right now.
I've been working on this, and Pip casts a ray of frost at the ground.
And you create like a nice good sized patch of ice.
And looks at Phineas and says, now I can help you too.
Phineas looks amazed. Phineas slaps his goggles onto his forehead and says, Little Pippy, you'll do more than just reading maps and telling me which way to swing my hammer. That is exciting. And Phineas smacks Pip on the back, probably harder than Pip would enjoy.
He like starts to make like a shutting down sound after you hit him too hard. It's like...
Ever since I got trapped under the bookcase and you helped me, I didn't feel great that I couldn't help you back. So I've been learning from a wizard how to cast my magic that I already know.
Phineas looks deadly serious, and he places his hand upon Pip's shoulder. Pippy, no. That's... You think you didn't help me? Bloody hells, you bag of bolts. You were the best thing that ever happened to me.
That is very nice.
He shakes his head. Listen, I'm glad that you feel more useful now. I look forward to the three of us all getting to do something fun together. Hopefully it involves cracking some skulls and blasting some bastards with ice.
So
I can't wait.
on that, you all just spend some time getting back up to speed, hearing what you all have been up to. You probably have seen each other here and there, but this is your first time working together again. And for the listeners, the way this campaign, it suggests a setup where the player characters know Jermaine. There's some aspect of shared lore. So here the characters, they all served alongside Jermaine and know her from the war. So they are a trio of buddies. And any other things that you have to update each other on?
One note for the DMs listening, this short little adventure is suggested for level 1 characters, but it's
is.
suggested for 4 to 6 level 1
Yes.
characters.
The 3 characters here today are level 2s, and they will probably be level 3s by the end of this conflict. It would be the conflict is the battles, all of that. It's just a little too tough, I think, for 3 level 1 characters.
Wait,
Because
we're gonna fight people?
Oh my god, yeah. You're supposed to progress to level 2 if you start at 1 by the end of this mini story. So I expect you all to go to 3. Especially
Hell
with
yeah.
only 3 characters, like this would be way unfair. Y'all would be dead. No ifs, ands, and buts. You all would die.
Cool.
So you talk for a long time. You catch up, spend some time together. You 3 love one another. You are very close. You hold each other near and dear to your hearts. And as it starts to get a little bit darker, you're looking at your watches. You're like, where is Jermaine at? She's running a little bit behind. But as this darkness descends on the city, you can see the windows light up the towers that are around you from bottom to top. And the cool winds from the nature, if you've ever been between 2 tall buildings, those create those wind tunnels that you just automatically feel freezing you down to your bones. It drowns out all of the other sounds from the city that you heard behind you and around you, and a lift rises near you. And on this lift is a human woman in her mid-30s. She honestly is a baddie, so I am going to send you a photo of Jermaine.
That's what Thorn was like. Okay, canonically, my character is porked that lady.
Yeah, for real. So I will send you a picture of
We'll post her to our
Jermaine.
Instagram for all
Hell
of our
yeah.
horniest listeners.
Yes, we will. So let me send you all Jermaine and Relevant. It's another web P. It's not dangerous, I swear, y'all.
So you say.
Promise. So that's Jermaine.
Okay, let me open that. Damn, she is bad.
She is bad. She is bad. To be quite frank, she's a baddie.
Okay, baddie down.
Damn, she's certified.
As this lift rises, you all see the person that you know, Jermaine Vilroy, a close friend, and for some others, a little bit more. She gives two of you a smile, and when her eyes land on Tally, there's a slight grimace.
I couldn't see
But
it anyways. So.
no, you two see it. You two see it, but you see the grimace when her eyes fall on Tally.
Phineas
But
says, Phineas whispers to Tally, she didn't smile at you.
I can feel the air. You
But
don't
she-
have to tell
His
me.
blind sight, like the
Yeah.
tremors of her mouth muscles.
Yeah. You're like, oh shit, she's definitely pissed.
I feel like the video game music in
Imagining
my head
Toph.
just changed.
Yeah, no, Toph, like that's what I was thinking too when she's, I can tell you're anxious. But her hair is cropped, there's a pipe hanging out of her mouth, and she looks all of you up and down, and with, besides the little bit of skepticism towards Tally, with gratitude says, thank you for coming. Modular is Luke Job as Phineas, Shelby Spencer as Pip, Thorin George as Tally, and Raven Walker as our DM. The story that you heard today, as well as 99% of the characters, were created by Wizards of the Coast and can be found in the book Eberron Rising from the Last War. Holly Lyons Hawks is our fantastic editor. Raven Walker does our cover art. Our intro, outro, and title music today was written and performed by Max Hedman. You can find Max's music anywhere you listen to music. Battle music is courtesy of Descript. You can follow us on Twitter at ModThePod, join our private Facebook group at the Modular Podcast Fan Club, and you can follow us on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at the Modular Podcast. You should also join our Discord, which you can find on any of the aforementioned socials. Here's a quick shout out to Evans GM Jams, who just followed us on Instagram, and if you want a shout out, maybe you should follow us there too. We really appreciate all the engagement that we get with the show, from our fans on Discord to any likes, shares, or recommendations to your friends. Remember that new episodes come out every Tuesday. And until then, thank you for listening to Modular.